The next step in your stand setup is to connect your light strip hangers onto your light grips. And so you have a pair of light strip hangers. You will also have these metal hangers that come with your kit. You actually won't use these for your little green sprouts garden. You would use these if you were going to hang your light strip hanger from another independent hanger. So you can put these off to the side. So you have your two light strip hangers, and you'll notice there are two screws that come with your hangers. You're going to need those, so make sure you set them aside. Your first step is to snap your light grip into the middle part of each light strip hanger. After you have snapped each light strip hanger onto the light grip, you're going to secure them with the screw. So you'll just tip over your stand, and you'll notice there's a hole right in the middle of your light strip hanger. You're just going to put your screw in there, grab your Phillips head, and just make sure that you screw it all the way in. Once you have your light strip hangers secured, it's time to unpack your lights. There are some materials in your light boxes that you will not use for this garden setup. You will only need your light bulb and the reflector and your ballast, so it all comes as one. You'll also notice that there's a blue film on the inside of your light reflector. You're going to want to make sure to peel that off before you go any further. After you've removed the blue film, you might want to remove the light bulbs from the ballast and the reflector in order to have more movement as you're clipping them on to your light strips. To do that, you simply rotate the bulb until the pins on either side of the bulb match up with the socket, and then you simply pull it out. Make sure you set these lights aside and out of the reach of children. These are fluorescent lights. They're very high energy, high efficiency, they're safe for the classroom, but they do contain a small amount of mercury like any fluorescent lights. So you want to make sure they don't get jostled or broken. If they do break, you want to make sure that you do contact your Little Green Thumbs coordinator, but make sure that you contact your custodial staff in your school right away. Now it's time to connect your lights to your stand. So you're going to connect them into the light strip hangers. You'll notice on the bottom of the light strip hangers, it says T5, T5, T5. That's where you can attach a T5 fluorescent light, such as the ones you're using. You're going to use the very end attachment points on either side, so the very far edges. Now, there's another thing to keep in mind when installing these lights. Each end of your light has a different socket, and when you're installing them, you have to ensure that the sockets are staggered. You'll have one socket that has one round end and one flat end, and one that has two round ends. You want to make sure if you have one side that has two round ends, the other side of the light strip hanger should have one round end and one flat end, so it should have the opposite. This will be important when you're connecting your linking cord. So go ahead and just snap these lights into place. So once you've attached your lights, it's time to put your light bulbs back in. It may be easiest to do this by just tilting your stand and reinstalling the light bulbs the same way you took them out. So making sure that the sockets are lined up at the end, and you'll want to ensure that you slide your pins in either side and then turn to lock in. Make sure that it's locked into place. And again, make sure the lights lock into place. Next, you will attach your linking cord. So go ahead and take it out of the package. You'll also need a power cord. So you can take one power cord out of the light boxes. You'll need one. And you want to consider where you're going to set up your light, because your power cord will have an end that has two round ends. So locate one of those sides on your garden and make sure that that is the side that's closest to your power outlet. So in this case, we're going to choose this light and connect our linking cord on the other side, opposite side as the power cord. And so you want to make sure when you're installing your linking cords and your power cords that your cords have a firm fit into the light sockets. Now, to turn your light on and off, there's a switch at the side. More importantly, you will be using a timer to set your lights. This is the timer that most of you will be using. There are many other styles of timers, so make sure to read the instructions on the specific timer that you'll be using. This timer has depressible pegs, so if the pegs are down, that means that the light will come on during that time. If they're up, it means the light will be off. The first step you want to do is to turn the center to make sure that this arrow points at the current time. You also want to make sure you check the side switch and make sure that it's on timer mode. If you ever want to override the timer, simply switch to on. Set your timer for about 10 hours of light or